recording and streaming. And let's see Twitch come up. Alright. Looks like an ad came up, so I'm sure it's going to work. And let's get to it. So, I'm working on Boutique again today. A little bit of work got done since I last streamed. Not a lot. Mostly by Joe, actually. Hold on. Nope. Pull requests. Joe Cockmar got some shopping cart functionality going, and first thing I'm going to do today is poke at it and see where things are at, and maybe create some GitHub issues out of that and decide where to go from there. So one of the first things we need to do is, I'm pretty certain his work added some stuff to the fixtures so that there would be an example shopping cart to work with. Yeah, you can see right here we've got populate user cart, so I'm going to start out by getting my GCI REPL up, and I'm going to reset the database so that it has the new fixtures installed. Source model fixtures. And just gonna tweet out alright, got the stream tweeted, and run devdb. What do we got here? Do we need to... I don't think we need to migrate. Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're just gonna reset database. Alright, cool. So first things first is login. I've been logged in. Check them with the routes. Cart is right there. Hello, Smokemax. And we're going to take a look at handler, store, get cart. Yep, alright. Okay. Store view.hs. Oh, it's going to be under view cart. There we go. Alright, cool. Okay. And cart. Okay, let's see what's in populate user cart. We've got digital products, physical products, user cart, Haskell book, digital purchase. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So I think what we need to do here is make it so that this view isn't static. So, because I think right now it is. Okay. Yep, alright, so let's take a look at query real quick. User cart products, that looks right. User cart contents. Cart digital products, cart physical products. Digital products from cart. Select or create user cart. Add digital product cart. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to focus on making the view render based on the cart state. So I think I'll end up creating a synthetic data type for that just contains the database entities, but that's fine. Hello, Finn. Yep, got a haircut. Thank you. Alright, let's see here. Well, as usual, the way I typically start with this is first I acquire the data, start feeding it to the template renderer, and then I just kind of dump it using, tshow some data. Really dumb, but it's just a way to see that I'm getting the right data before I start writing markup to structure it properly. So I'm going to go back to query here, and I think what I'm going to do, so there's a cart type, but it's just that kind of empty model. So I think what I'll do is keep it simple and make it, what do I think here? Maybe a product of I don't really need EQ in all likelihood. Alright, so we've got now this nomenclature isn't actually fully consistent because if I was going to use lens template Haskell to do the prefix drop accessor generation, I would need to duplicate the word cart. I'm unlikely to use lens in this project, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now taking a quick look at model.hs, user cart, cart digital products. That shouldn't be plural. Type singular, SQL table plural. So we're just gonna reload, not in scope or class. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, we're gonna have to do a let's see here. Do I remember how to do this? Source and model.hs. Oh, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Oh. Unknown command dot. I'm not in the project my directory. Thank you, Alexi. Jeez, that would help, huh? Yep. Okay. Alright. And we need to do model fixtures. There it goes. Yeah, it's working fine. And then handler, store query, and then we just need to give physical the same treatment. Reload. Hey, I guessed all the modules that occurred incorrectly. How about that? Oh, I don't want to reset database, I want to migrate database. Oh, actually, I didn't need to migrate because I just changed the type constructor name. That doesn't change the database representation because I use SQL. And that's actually part of the reason I use little manual SQL commands, so I can change the Haskell side stuff that doesn't really need to line up perfectly. Okay, I'm going to force a rebuild here because something other than what I needed for migration was breaking. 233 variable not in scope. Query. Oh, I see. Yeah, accessors. Sure. Okay. Survey says, looks like it's gonna work. Okay. Alright, cool. Alrighty then. So, going back to the model, cart physical product gives us cart ID, product, quantity. Yeah, we definitely need to grab the product for each one. We can't the cart item isn't everything because we don't have the title or anything else. We have to pull all that information together. I'm still troubled by how I'm going to do bundles of ebook and physical book. It's not going to matter early on because they're separate for the moment, but it does lead me to think that there should be a separate product table that actually describes some combination of physical and digital products. And then from there I could make pretty much any bundle I wanted. But I'll leave it alone for now. So, given that we're going to need the original product, whether it be digital or physical, in addition to the cart product, we're going to want to physical products from cart, digital products from cart, user cart contents, user cart products. Interesting. Actually, all I need is just like a function that I just need to not drop cart contents and instead zip it with the thing. So the type I actually want or actually, do I actually, Joe may have had the right idea here. No, I do need the cart products because if for no other reason I need to show the quantity for physical products. Cart digital product doesn't really matter, but I'm going to include it for the sake of uniformity and in case something gets added to it later. So yeah, no, we need to change this. Okay, so just comment that out. And what we're going to get instead is a list of tuples of entity cart digital product and digital product. There we go. And kind of the same deal here. Entity cart physical product. Physical product, and now it's going to fail. Because any digital product is not a tuple of cart digital product, and yeah, I know. Alright. So cart contents is that tuple on the list. We're not doing an order by on this. So we can actually assume that they're in key order, but not in separate tables. You have to be careful not to make that assumption. So what I'm going to have to do is... It's also a little iffy that I've got like list, tuple, all that. It starts feeling like it wants a map. But I'll resist the urge for now. Let me see here. Map, entity key. Entity key. Cart contents. It's mapping it over the user cart contents. And then mapping user digital products from cart. So currently this relies on keys. I'm gonna change that. I see. Yeah, it's just traversing anyway. It's doing an applicative traverse over with the database action, so lifting this out doesn't really matter. Okay. So what we want here is change this to entity. We're going to change this to list entity cart digital product, entity digital product. This is just going to be cart digital products. And then we're going to just entity underscore and then it can just do cart digital product at return, and I can give this the same treatment. Fenton asked, for Escalito, do you usually tend towards keys, entities, or the bare types? Yep, I pretty much only pass entities around. Otherwise, I have to do this kind of backward reconstitution of the original data. And no, I'm not going to do that. So rather than kind of work backwards from the other function, I'm fixing it at the level of the helpers and just making them return the original data and provenance of what they were doing. Okay. Cart, physical product. Yeah, there we go. Source handler, store, query, HS. I mean, I already know what it's going to say, but still. Okay, so I need to cart physical product key. Oh, whoops. Key's on the other side of the entity. Derp. Derp, derp, derp. There we go. Alright. 165. Let me see here. That's it. Bimap concat concat. Hold on. Our ARB with entity physical product, that's 165. Oh, I didn't change the type. Man, these queries are almost the same. Duplication's a killer. I see. Yeah, I don't want to do that. What I want is to just destructure the tuple. Oh, it says it's done now. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna go back to our store handler, and we're going to delete that note, move this up, because I tend to privilege anything I'm actually working on. Alright. One of these days I'll do something about that CSRF token. Cursed thing. And then it returns tuple Yeah. I'm gonna want to make synthetic products for this pretty quick. It's hard to imagine people buying a physical book without an ebook, but I don't know. I guess it happens. And I'll just call it cart. Pass it there. Go back to cart. And this is going to be that monster. You know what? That's how I'll handle this. Just with the type synonym. Just so I don't have to type the bastard out. Okay. DB user cart. User cart. Digital, physical. T-show, digital. T-show, physical. This is gonna look horrendous. Multiple declarations of user cart. Yeah, fair enough. It's probably a relationship or a column or something. User cart products. There we go. It's just the type constructor version of the function name. Okay, view cart doesn't know anything about this. So I'm going to move this into model and import. Actually, model should already be an import. Almost. Oh yeah, the post. Store. And I'll just dump it there. Post isn't really supposed to be doing anything intelligent right now. Okay, compiling. Alright, cool. Yeah, it looks right. What is this? Yeah, cart digital product and then regular digital product. Looks right. And then an empty list for the physical stuff. Cool. Cool. Okay. So now what I can do is I can start dumping off all this stuff. Why is there a line break? Like a manual break. That's interesting. I usually don't see that in present day modern markup. Okay, whatever. I'll just leave it there. So I'm gonna delete all that. Dump it out here. And then I'm going to think about what level this works at. Each thing is a row, which makes sense. And then there's a column extra small 2 and a column extra small 4 and a column extra small 6. 2, 4, 6? Am I right? Yeah. And then a... Okay. Corgiplex, that's a hell of a name. They said HTML in a Haskell file. Kind of. It's on a quasi-quoter. I'm using Hamlet. And the quasi-quoter starts right here. That's your widget Hamlet quasi-quoter. And it ends right there. And yeah, it's perfectly type safe. If I reference any variables or anything that aren't the correct type, aren't renderable as HTML, it handles escaping properly, so I can't create a cross-site scripting vector unless I use the little unsafe thing that says, hey, I'm definitely safe to render as HTML, that kind of thing. Yeah. And I'm not keen of the fact that it's not real HTML. I don't know if you noticed, but most of the stuff doesn't have end tags because it's kind of Hamlish. I wish it was just regular HTML, but I understand. Excuse me, why he did it that way. Okay, so this stuff is fixed, but I do need to pull together a total. And I need to calculate that. so I'll probably just do it in the view rather than embed it in the data. So, okay, so it looks like each thing's a row. They have like 3 main columns, and then the 6 has 2 subcolumns. I don't really know how this like modern CSS works though, because I don't understand the idea of like, okay, this is column 6 and this is 6 and 2. I'm guessing it's 6 and 2 relative to the size of the parent 6 size column, because it's they usually do these as like 12 column layouts, right? So I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the for all here. Yeah, I definitely expect the column things to add up to 12. 2 things that mystify me a little bit is I don't feel like I have a very good idea of what it means when they don't add up to 12. I assume they just kind of align or float in some direction and then consume the space from that direction, but I don't know that for a fact. It seems to be different with some CSS frameworks. And then I also don't understand how it scales down. Oh, okay. Thank you. Truncating says they define it as width percentages in the original CSS framework. So then call XS6 is going to be 50% of the parent div, and then this div is going to be 50% of row, whatever that width is. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, that seems reasonable. Okay, so we've got a static reference to the image, Haskell, programming, yada yada. We're going to have to change that. Oh boy, so we've got digital, physical. One problem is going to be interleaving this. For now, I'm not going to try. The panel is this thing, so I'll probably just do, and really I should factor this out as a separate widget. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So cart, digital item, and then this is handler. I want widget. It's just widget T. I think widget's already defined as being app, and then it's gonna get a single tuple of cart digital product, oops, to widget, and then we're gonna whamlet that, and I can actually just reuse this. Another advantage of factoring out your template components is it eases some of the indentation pain that comes from nesting your markup. So, in case you needed a reason, there you go. Cart, yeah, I'm gonna underscore it. I'm not gonna use the cart digital product for now. So it's just digital product, and then I can do that as the record wildcard. And then I'll go ahead and extract that, dump it out, down there, and under panel body, we're now going to have for all digital pair is what I'm going to call it. Physical pair. That sound you might be able to hear right now is my dog's tail wagging and flacking a chair on the other side of the office. Hi, Jack. He wags, the other dog kind of more wiggles than anything. Alright, so the reason this specifies digital products is because I'm going to render these a little bit different. Hi Jag. He wants pets. He's nudging me. Yeah, I know. You're a good boy. Alright. What's that? Hi, dog. Keeps nudging my arm. Ah! Alright, yeah, we're going to render them a little bit differently. So, what I'm going to do is before I actually start implementing it, I'm just going to reuse the dummy factored out template item, save it, and just see that it re-renders the same way as before. Oh, right, because it's entity. Derp. Yeah, these are entities. Yeah, I generally don't extract things out of the entity wrapper either. If something needs to look past the entity in order to look at the value, I just pattern match, or I use entity val. I don't like to separate primary keys from the things they identify, if I can help it. Yep, there you go. This is rendered using that little, like, helper widget. It's still static, but, you know, it's different. Okay, so now what I need to do is load up source model.hs, info, digital product, and put whatever's in here in the thing. Whoops. So this is just going to be digital product title. This is going to be digital product tagline. That's going to be digital, whoops, product price. And the only other thing I have to do is the image, and we actually handled this the last time when we were doing the library, right? Didn't we already solve this problem? Yeah, there's library view right there. Why is this in cart? I have no idea. Okay. I'm just going to reuse get cover image. So it's going to be get cover image. Does it just want the whole digital product? Yeah, it does. So I can just do dp at to pass it the whole thing. dp reload. I'm going to take a look down here to make certain I did it right. Yeah, get cover image R, the little at sigil. Digital, I typoed it. Yeah, capital P. There we go. Reload that. Could not deduce to markup of fixed E2. Alright, so the problem is essentially that E2 doesn't know how to render that into markup. That's fine. I can just T-show it for now. I could do something smarter later if necessary, but I don't think it's ever going to do the wrong thing because it's not a float. So you're not going to get, like, you know, the classic example of, like, that many dollars or something stupid. Look at that! It's dynamically rendering from the database state now. And then I need to handle a special case. Alexi, quiz time. What special case do I need to handle? Well, no, sorry, not in this particular widget. In the page. Yeah, you're right. So if there's nothing in the user's cart, I need some kind of message or something. Now, there's actually a thing for the null case in Hamlet. Maybe nothing. Yes. Okay, so that's for maybe. I just need the same thing for... okay, you just use if-else. So what I need to do is case... if null digital and null physical, some sort of message about adding things to your cart. I'm going to need to add more structure to that, but that's fine for now. And then else, and then this whole shebang goes into the else. And we'll see how that goes. Okay. Generally, if it gets to application, it's going to work unless I'm mucking about with middleware doing something weird. Yeah, just boot them. I don't know if it was sincere or not, but yeah, you're a mod, so just go ahead and boot them. So for the record, I'm not the most couth person on Twitter, but on the stream and the chat and all that. Yeah, be polite. This is about work. It can be fun, but it's about work. So, you know, conduct yourself like a professional. Okay, so that's been done. So what I'm going to do now is reload that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the fixtures and can I get away with, like, whoops, reload? Can I get away with doing that if I want to test the empty cart case? Source model fixtures. My friend just let me know he hit level 6 in Splatoon 2. Game's better than I expected it to be. Not for everybody though. Reset database is what I want. Okay, so now I have, as far as I know, an empty cart. Hey! Alright, I need to fix the total still. But still, that works. Alright, so what we're going to do here is write a little bit of copy. So I'll go ahead and reuse, we'll do call XS4. And this can be H2? Which header size is this? Because we don't really want it to be bigger than the shopping cart header. Yeah, so that's H1. So we can drop down to an H2 or an H3, and it should be okay. And that'll turn into a URL to some kind of product catalog later. Catalog isn't really implemented right now. But, you know, later. Okay. That's not wide enough. Okay, this is probably going to end up being like an... Why am I doing this via the web app? I can just do it like this. Alright, here we go. Alright, what does 6 look like? Nope. What about 8? That seems about right. That looks fine. Alright, we'll do 8. Okay, that's done. Now I need to do cart physical item and the total price. So, let me see here. You know what? I'm just gonna nuke this. Because it's not... I don't have that implemented. It's not doing anything right now. I will take care of that later with the checkout stuff when I'm ready to implement it. Okay, so we need to implement the same widget But for physical products, physical item, physical, I should have just replaced, or wait, hold on, digital, physical, there we go, save me a little bit of time. And get cover image currently only accepts a digital product. Yep, fair enough. There's not that much to it. Well, I'll do it this way. I could wrap these in a sum type or something. There's no real point, because I just end up using a constructor, and a constructor for the sum type might as well just be a suffix on the end of a function name. I could also do it as a type class where it says, like, these are the set of types that know how to have cover images. You know, like, you could make it like a class, and then you could put some constraint on it that says it has to be from the database or something, although there's no real point. And then you could say has cover image E, and then where, and then get cover image type E to rat app. You can't really specify that it's anything other than some route inside app. You could, if you skip the static R part, you could say instead that it's whatever static route is. I forget, but something like that. So, but I'm not going to get into that level of cleverness. Or too lazy. I could also deduplicate these by just parameterizing the differences between digital and physical products, but again, it's not worth it. Okay, so for now what we're going to do is just list physical and digital products one after another. That needs to be get cover image digital 68 physical product title tagline not in scope. Yes, because physical product. Oh boy. Whew. Okay. I think this is where the split in digital and physical products is going to bite. Because really what I want to do here, so probably what I should have done. So what I have right now is I have digital product, digital media, and everything else points at that, including cart digital product. And it's the same deal for, oh, it's already got the right, there we go. Digital, what else is digital? Digital media, cart digital product order. Okay, so digital product order, digital physical product order. So got this somewhat awkward bifurcation. Probably what I should have done is, so part of my problem here is that I'm conflating the concept of a product with physical and digital items or media. So and it looks like Truncating asked, how does that framework handle generic foreign keys? So I'll address that a little bit while I'm talking about this. So I'm using persistent to represent the database, and then I'm using persistent and Escalito to query it. They're not really frameworks, they're just libraries. You can use them in any web stack, any whatever you want in Haskell. There isn't anything like Rails or Django in Haskell. Haskellers are too picky about their libraries to do that kind of thing. So, if I look at info key here, you'll see, hold on. You'll see that under the persist entity class, which just describes data types that can be saved and fetched from the database, it has a data family called key. The reasons for it being a data family aren't really all that interesting here. For your purposes, it's just a data type. So the way it works is you'll have, so say I have T to SQL key. So you notice that it takes an int64 and it returns a key for a record of any type, as long as it's a SQL backend. That's just basically generic. It's also unsafe because, well, not unsafe in the sense of like, types, but you haven't actually proven that key exists yet. You don't have proof that a key exists for a particular thing until you go from key user to user, entity user. And in fact, you can do that with the get function, and you'll notice that it has the type key record to reader T backend M maybe record. And you'll notice it returns maybe because it's not guaranteed to be in the database. Also, this one is actually the non-entity version. I prefer to use the entity version. So key E to entity E. And then once you have an entity, you have proof that that thing exists for that particular key. And if you look at the entity type, it's entity key and entity val. That's all it is. Nothing too interesting there. Truncating also said it'd be dependent on other DB columns for us to add type safety. You're probably new to this stream, but I actually showed how the columns are all type safe in Haskell. So if I have a key of type key user or something like that, and I'm writing a relational database query, I can't confuse that with a key of a different type. So I'll show you an example here. So on this is basically a constraint for the join. And this is a join from cart physical products to cart. And it's saying, given the cart ID, constraint on the cart ID being equal to the cart physical products cart ID. And if you look at info cart physical product cart, that's a data instance, data family instance for the cart physical product. And it's basically a list of entity fields for this entity, which is a table. And then these basically just represent information about the database column. And Escalito is able to use that to make certain that all the relational queries are correct. It's pretty nice. It's a nice system. I also just realized that I already had user cart right there because I had written it. I'm not really using it though, so get rid of it. Okay, anyway, so what I was talking about is my mistake here was I realized I needed to represent media independent of a digital product, but there's a little bit of a problem with that. The duplicate special casing between a digital and physical product doesn't really make a lot of sense. Basically, what I should have done is something more like product, which could be a bundle, and then you can have multiple digital media and physical media associated with that one product. And then there would just be cart product and product order. And that would be it. That's what I should have done. So, my bad. Now I need to decide how I'm going to handle that. It is going to complicate a couple things. One is I need to figure out how to handle things like quantities. So if I have a bundle which has, say, one ebook and one physical book, and this is still just a product, you know. Bundles aren't a separate database table or anything. So if I've associated one ebook and one physical book with this, I can't really have a quantity, or at least I don't have a simple way of handling multiple quantities of ebooks. No, that's no problem, truncating. I like it when people ask questions. I start feeling really weird if I'm just kind of plowing through and nobody asks me anything. Fenton said, "Oh, weird, I've been pronouncing Escalito differently." It's not an English word, so I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly either. And it's not originally my library, I just maintain it, so whatever. I've heard Esqueleto, Escalito, Esqueleto. Philippe Lessa made it, so he would know best. Okay, so the problem is I don't really have like a good notion of how to handle multiple purchases of a bundle, and I don't really want to implement an ebook system right now. Now, I have a way of deferring this problem, and the way to defer it is to just not allow product quantities for now, and that's going to be fine for most people. However, there have been a couple of university libraries that have pinged us about getting the book into their library, which I am terrifies me, but I do want to accommodate them. So, and also like companies will buy the book for their employees, and I want to make that easy for them too. So I really do need a way to do quantities. I'm fine just restricting it to physical books or something, but I don't know how that really gets handled. Let me see if I can try beta ebook, add to cart, view your cart, quantity change. Okay, it allows that. Huh. What does it mean if I bought something digital in multiple copies? Huh. Because that's the problem. Is sure I can give them more money, but I don't know, like, how do I redistribute extra copies? It's tremendously confusing. They don't give me any indication that I'm doing the right thing here. Yeah, truncating said book copy PDF .pdf. Yeah. It just feels silly, you know? Like, really what would be better is if there was a system to send people emails or something that say, hey, click this link to claim your copy of the book. And that's probably what I need to do long term. But for now, I don't have a good way, or, sorry, rephrase. I could do that. It's not common enough that I really want to tackle it right now, but I do need to think about it. Excuse me. Yeah, I think the easiest way to go is to just make it so that it sends an email with a claim your purchase token, and then if they already have an account, then they can just log in and take ownership of the token from their account. And if they don't have an account, they can just go ahead and create one right then and there. So I think that's going to be the best way to do that. And then I could just generate a form with the correct number of inputs when that happens to be the case. So maybe I just allow quantities for all products, and then they just have to input the number of, input all the recipient emails. I don't know. What do you think, Alexi? So Alexi suggested that they could just buy multiple keys for the book. That's essentially what they're doing. It's more about UX and making it foolproof. So, well, there's a couple reasons for that. One is that I don't really want people reselling keys. I don't know if you've heard about like the Steam keys drama, but people seem to hoard and resell keys and get really weird about it. And we give deep discounts for the book to people in poor countries. If I make it easy for them to resell copies of the book, they're gonna say, "Hey, I'm poor. Please give me a free copy or a cheap copy, either one, of the book," and then they'll turn around and sell it for like 5 times as much. So, I don't want to have to give up giving discounts to people who can't afford the book, but yeah, I think well, I mean, that's really the answer then. I'll have to make the hardship discounts only work for a single product with a quantity of 1. That's the way I'll have to handle that. No bulk purchasing with a coupon or anything like that. Which makes sense, but, you know, I have to think these things out or I don't know how to deal with them, you know? So thank you for the suggestion, Alexi. I hadn't even thought of, like, the key stuff. Yeah, I mean, the question is whether or not it's worth even implementing a half step here. And if it's not, maybe better just jump into the correct solution. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and start ripping up my models, unfortunately. Wow, this sucks. This is going to suck. Alright, product, title, text, price, fixed E2. Noise you're hearing is my dogs being rowdy, because after I fed them earlier before I started the stream, they get rowdy and start roughhousing with each other. I don't know why. They do it every night. Okay, so digital product is dead. Then product is just product ID. And physical product is dead. That's no longer a thing. And then cart physical product just becomes cart product. I'm going to leave quantity on there, but I can just ignore it and default it to 1 until I'm ready to implement the multiple quantity functionality. I don't need cart digital product anymore. I don't need digital product order anymore. And then later, I'm gonna have to handle, like tokens of ownership or something. So basically, every digital media item purchased above the initial 1 generates extra items. Okay, my German Shepherd's chewing on a box. That's cool. Alright, somebody wants attention, huh? Calm down. See? It's insufferable. Alright. Product order has a wait. Yeah, because we have to move the quantity from the cart product to the product order when it actually checks out. And then I think I can leave it at that for now. So next, I will fix the fixtures. Make product This is when I'm doing a sufficiently large refactor like this. I'm not even looking at the types, the type error. Doesn't even matter. I'll look at it when I'm close to done. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I mean, I know what people believe about selling books. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Technically the same is true for a lot of kinds of things, but the prices seem to stay afloat. And okay. Product order, and we don't actually need, it's just PO now, and product ID. On the bright side, this will clean it up a bit. Forgot to chop that down. Truncating asked, well, didn't ask, wished there was a Haskell editor extension that had type signature awareness. Help with batch edits. I don't find it helps with batch edits that much. So I've used gcmod and intero and some other things. And I find it's less reliable and not as fast as just using gcid. So actually when I'm doing like a big refactor like this, gcid is a lot faster than yesod-devel. It's a lot faster. Okay, model 34, so that's going to be physical. Yeah, there we go. 160. See, this is pretty fast as far as it goes. Okay, so we want cart product, entity product. And I don't think I care that much about the media. Backward fixtures, 70. Any hoodle. So I've tried the different editor extensions and they're either slow or unreliable, like something would break and you'd have to keep restarting your editor and all that stuff. I just don't have the patience for that. I'm not going to do it. Not in scope. Type signature class, physical media. Did I not? Oh, I guess I didn't add it. Oopsie daisy. Helps if I would do that, huh? I also need to like redefine this a little bit, so it's just file name, content type, product. File name, content type, product. I'm pretty certain I did the content type as MIME type. Yeah, that's a MIME type. So I need to make something nicer. I'm gonna rename this to MIME type. Physical media isn't gonna have either of those things. It's just gonna have a description. And later it might have a reference to something in Shipwire, because I need to be able to talk to Shipwire about what I'm trying to ship. Unknown column and unique constraint file name. Yeah, that's fair enough. Do I include the extension of the file name? I do, so that's fine. Here it's going to be product and... oh man, I'm just going to make this a name, because description implies it can be modified safely-ish. Alright, unique digital product media, unique physical product media, could match expected type. Yeah, so it's just get rid of title, and then this is just product key. Product key. I don't need title, that's already part of the other shebang. Byte string. Am I missing content type? What am I missing? Oh, because I'm not handling the argument. Yeah, I deleted an argument for that. Alright, so model is cleared up, so now we're back to fixtures. Line 96. Physical media, digital product. Yeah, digital product isn't a thing. Why isn't physical media? Because I didn't name it correctly? Ah, nuts, I didn't. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have to deal with the fact that none of these are digital products anymore. Add purchase for user, it's just product. It's just product order. Wait. Yeah, an order has a single product order associated with it. 159. It's just going to be product fixtures. Product. 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 Place string. Digital. Physical. 179. Just product order. Digital product order fixtures, 26. Physical product order, not a thing anymore. Cart digital product, also not a thing anymore. It's just cart product now. All digital product carts, it's just going to be all product carts, product cart. Product cart should be cart product. Cart product, right? Yeah, okay. All cart products F, and I don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Product cart F. Product cart fixtures. It's cart product fixtures. 198. Digital product, no longer a thing. Product F. Product fixtures. Place string. Digital. Physical. Digital product order fixtures. Yeah, that's because they don't exist anymore. Product order. Get rid of that. And that's just product product fixtures. Whoops. I don't usually do that. Digital product order fixtures, just product order. And there we go. Okay, non-scope, data constructor, digital product. It's just a cart product if cart product fixtures 86 and media for digital product. It's just a product key. 4 arguments. There's no media title anymore. Add purchase for user. I'm applying too many arguments somewhere or something. Product order, order key, physical product ID. Let's have a look at that model again. This is a product order. Product order takes order, product quantity, order, product ID, user, address, products. 138. Cart product. Cart product. Product ID. Product ID. Oops, there we go. Oh yeah, it's inserted. And delete that. Kill that. $140. We're missing quantity. We'll just default to 1. 219, add purchase. Haskell book, product key. And we don't have an extra thing there. So these are both gone because it's just the one thing now. I'm going to go ahead and put this back in my cart. $219. It's just all cart products, all product orders, and add purchase for user. Physical media with product. Expected type key product, actual type key media. Yeah, fair enough. My head, all digital products. F. Yeah. I changed this, the result of make products. So this is now all physical media F. And then all products F, all products F. Constructor fixtures doesn't have the required strict field. Yep, I believe you. Product cart F. That's because I need to rename it. That's cart product F. Now we move on to query. So, truncating, if you're still around, do you see how I'm able to just kind of leave GCID running? This is much, much faster than any of the editor integrated stuff, and even with the faster IDs I've used, where you hover over a red squiggle, that's slower than just having it continually show. I think some IDs don't require that though. I think they sometimes have a window underneath where they show you, but I really prefer having these things decomposed in like separate utilities and all that. I realize that makes me an old fogey, but I don't really care. Oh yeah, this mess. I remember this. Maybe I'll be able to simplify this a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be SQL product and digital media. Let's see here. Cart product. Well, there's no such thing as a singleton tuple, so we can get rid of that. 133. Yeah, all this stuff is gone. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Cart product, and we get let's say if we're getting the digital product, yeah, there's no such thing as a digital product now, so it's just going to be product, and I don't really have to distinguish between them now, and I don't really need to know about the media when I am. Yeah, this is just gone. This is going to simplify things so much. I had an inkling I was going to end up having to do something like this. I may have muttered about it in the previous stream, but I really should have unified digital and physical product into a single synthetic product a while ago. Alright, add, not digital product, just product. Yeah, there we go. Roll that up. Product key, cart product, cart product, cart product. On the other hand, this refactor has resulted in probably one of my more boring streams, so I apologize for that. There we go, 167 digital product, yeah, it's just product. 168 cart digital product, it's just product. 181 physical product, add physical product to cart, yeah, I don't need separate logic here. So probably what I want to do here, so the part of the reason there were separate handlers here was because digital products and cart digital products didn't have quantities, physical stuff did, so we had some logic, special case for each. Now that everything has a quantity, what I'm actually going to want to do is use just this one, probably, and it'll just bump the quantity if it's already in their cart. So delete that, And I'm going to do some mass replace here because the alternative is too painful. String, cart, physical, cart. Okay, given a key user and a cart product item, add use cart, add the item or increment the item quantity. Alright, what is it complaining about? Persist entity backend? What? Val is ambiguous. Data constructor non-scope digital product ID. I mean, yeah, sure. So we go from user to order to product to digital media, and a digital media associated with the product. So product, and digital media product. It's just product order. It's just product ID. It's product order and product order. It's user and order user. None of that changed. That's complaining about 52. Product, digital media. It's just product. User library is user order. I mean, really, like, these are the same thing now. There's no real there's no real difference. Not really, anyway. If there is a difference, I don't really know what it is. Alexi asked if I'm talking about the difference between user digital products and user library. Yeah, I am. I'm trying to decide if there's any real difference here. I don't think there is. So, this is gone. $74. Cart contents, just cart products now. Yeah, there's no need for any of that now. I am going to need products from cart, and then cart contents. And then I'm just going to make this A so it breaks. And then that's going to be entity cart product. So that's fine. Yeah, that can go away. Oh no, it is supposed to be cart product and entity product, because I need to be able to, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Well, why is it getting cat maybe'd? It's kind of weird. Why is there left outer join? Yeah, maybe entity cart product, because of the left outer join. Does this need to be a left outer join? It's not like I'm holding on to carts. Like if I was returning cart, then that would make sense, but I'm not. That is exceptionally strange. I'm sure there's a reason for it before, but my refactor's invalidating everything. 82. Oh, it's quite insistent on this point. Oh, because I need to fix the rest of this code if I'm going to make it an inner join. Yeah, okay. Now we need to fix this one. Given a list of entity cart products, get list of tuple of cart product and entity product. Yeah, sure. Cart products. 4 cart products. Cart product key, cart product, inner join product. I can just delete everything digital in here. And that appears to have fixed that module, according to JCID anyway. So I'm going to go to View and Cart, and Mr. 48 here. So it's just cart product and product, cart item. We can just kill that. And this is just product. Get cover image. Just go back to being that. Product. Product. Okay, 130. Yeah, okay, so now we're just get cover image, product, nuke, product, 137, yeah, these are products. 14. This is no longer a tuple of 2 things. It is now just user cart products. Seems like a reasonable understanding. And then it's if null user cart products, and then it's just user cart products, product pair, get rid of that other case. '21 cart digital item, just cart item now, and it's not digital pair, it's product pair. Yep, I misspelled something. There it is. Drop the capital P there. Oh, it's not product title, it's just product title. Okay, digital media content type. Digital media content type. Media digital media content type. Oh, that's in store for the download, right? Digital media line type. User library is no longer in scope. Now it can just be user digital products user key. Let me double check that query. Constraints and user key. Yeah, I think that's just going to be that bad boy. Digital media with product. So I need to fix library view which was mysteriously in here. So, oh, that's why you didn't move it. Because then you'd have to figure out where to put get cover image. Yeah, fair enough. This can just go in model. Just one of the many helpers. Oh, but app doesn't exist yet. Okay. There is a way to do that, but I'm not gonna slog through that on stream. So entity, product, digital media. So the problem is I'm passing it digital media when it expects products, because digital media doesn't really have that much in the way of useful information on it. Because the way I actually render the library is based on products. So we will return a tuple of entity product and entity digital media. And then if we go back to user products. Oh, no, it is user digital products. Digital media. Let's see. And then I have to drop the tuple. Okay. Probably the nicest way to do this would be to factor it out so that this is just one function. However, I'm not certain if I'm in the mood to fight with Mosquito about it. I'm gonna graveyard these at the bottom. Okay, so fmap was to maybe... The dogs are leaving me. They're going on an adventure. So I need to do fmap.fmap. It's second, I think. 29 in store. Now it's complaining. About that. Oh, because it's a list of... Yeah, okay. User library, let user products equal fmap first user library, and everything compiles now. I do, however, have a very destructive migration to do now. So we are going to load source model fixtures and run dev-db, migrate database, manual intervention required, unsafe actions. Fair enough, because of the column drops. Yep. Fair enough. Let me think about this. Sudo u Postgres psql boutique dev and we're going to just run those two for it. There we go. Rerun. Exception, unique, cart, physical product already exists. Yep. Unique, cart, hold on, cart, physical. Ah, nuts. Should be unique cart product. Reload, rerun. Insert or update on table, digital media violates foreign key constraint, digital media product foreign key. Product equals 1 is not present in the table. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Am I inserting these out of order? The fixtures? Let's see here. Make ebook. Doesn't seem to be the case. We're inserting a product key right there. So the product gets made first and then the digital media. What on earth? Digital products. Yeah, okay. So these like hacky database resets I'm doing, I'm not cleaning up like the old foreign keys and stuff. It's got a foreign key pointing in a table I'm not even using anymore, but it still exists. So I need to let me see here. Easiest way to do this, just drop database. Take dev, cannot drop the currently open. Yeah, okay.
There's a question about Postgres.
Create database. Take dev. List of tables is empty. Something has gone wrong. Yeah, fair enough. I just need to run dev db dump migration. Oh, it is just dump migration. Okay. Run migrations. And insert fixtures. And now we'll see. So we have a couple questions. Musashi said, I don't know much about web development. Is PostgreSQL the best for SQL? Yeah. I just use Postgres all the time. I've used a lot of databases, some of them not SQL databases. Bunch of different contexts, laboratory information management systems, ad tech, things like that. And yeah, Postgres is absolutely the right default for 99.99% applications. Unless your company specializes in something very specific, like for example, .NET shops are generally going to use SQL Server because their database administrator knows SQL Server, right? In that case, yeah, sure. If you're willing to pay the license, just use SQL Server. But if you're mostly using open source tools and you aren't really tied to anything in particular, you really should be using Postgres. Avoid Mongo if you can, and avoid working with people who think Mongo is a good idea. Erlen Sona said, what window manager / Linux are you running? Sorry to ask off topic. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like I really talk about what I'm using or anything. So, that's the version of the Linux kernel I'm using. It's just vanilla Ubuntu. It's plain old Ubuntu 16.04 LTS. Now, you're probably thinking, that's not vanilla. That doesn't look like Ubuntu at all. Well, when I say vanilla, I mean there's a bunch of different, like, spins of Ubuntu floating around, like Xubuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu, yada yada. I'm not using any of those. It's just regular Ubuntu. what I have is in my .files, I have an install script that installs everything I need to work on an installation of Linux. Of course, when I say Linux, I really mean Ubuntu. And it installs my Xmonad, which is the window manager I use, and literally everything I need. All of it. Everything. My whole setup is pretty much Xmonad. My Xmonad config is on here as well. And everything pretty much just works. You can clone my .files and try them. Nothing really preventing you. Fenton asked, so does Mongo not provide any advantage over Postgres? Well, it's not a bad IQ test, but beyond that, don't use it. Alright. So, hi, dog. Hi. Yep. Wow, that was a very alarming cold nose right into my arm. Could you not do that? Thank you. I love you, dog. You're too cute. Alright. So, I seem to have successfully installed my fixtures. And what I'm going to do now is... Well, you're not legally allowed to give somebody an IQ test in the United States, but you are allowed to ask them if they think using MongoDB is a good idea. So, it's a nice dodge. Stop it, dog. God. He keeps, like, nudging and forcing my arm up. Come on. Hurr. Dog. Alright. That's the pit bull. Papu. Yeah, so Erlen's son asked, what's the Haskell framework working with? So this is Yesod, persistent for PostgreSQL, and Escalito. And these two kind of work in concert. This lets me write relational queries that do joins and stuff. This handles the actual like model layer that describes the entities and indices and all that. So it's just the web layer. And I'm using Hamlet for the templates, which I'm about to go look at, I think. Let me fire up Devel and see what breaks. I think almost everything should be fixed now. Let's find out. Yeah, if it's compiling the application, it's probably good. So we'll kill these. Nope, don't care. Alright. Cool. Cool. Alright. So that's a faithful representation of my shopping cart right now. I need to now fix the price. I need to display the price correctly. So, where's user cart products? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's a list of entity cart product and entity product, and well, the only thing that has a price is a product, so I just need to sum up the price from the product to get the total shopping cart price. Cart price. Yeah, man, I really don't need this alias now that it isn't so gnarly. So I'm just gonna kill this off. It's just fixed E2, I think. Cart price equals cart fmap second, what? Product price, sum, cart, not in scope, user cart products, yeah, I know. We've got a question from Erlen Sona again. Maybe you might know you're using Make as your process manager. I've seen a few other Haskells doing. Rails has Rake. Why isn't setup.hs from Cabal a similar paradigm, or is there a better Haskell alternative? For what I want out of like a task runner kind of thing, which is how I use Make, for people who haven't seen it before, I tend to use Make files to dispatch common tasks. It's just a task runner. I'm not actually using it the way Make is intended to be used, because I don't even have these set as phony targets properly. So if the directory CSS exists, and I go to run this target with make CSS, it'll say, I don't need to do that. CSS already exists. Because it's a smartass, and that's what it's going to do, unless you set it phony. So I'm not really using make properly. Setup.hs doesn't even solve remotely the same problem. It's just a way for people to make the Cabal, the library, aware of things, and to extend its functionality a little bit. It doesn't do the same thing as a make file. The Haskell alternative to make files is that's going to be Shake, and Shake is pretty good as far as it goes, but very few people need something that sophisticated. I've used Shake at work before, and in my experience it just made everything slower, because it meant I had to run a Haskell build every time I wanted to do anything with my project. Make is instantaneous, and it exists on literally every application, or sorry, every programmer's work computer in existence, so I can use it to bootstrap the rest of the stuff needed to build the app and whatever else. Like, for example, one of the things in my make file is make deps, which makes certain that gulp is installed, and that the npm dependency is installed, and that the little helper utilities for working on the project are installed. Yeah, I've seen good uses of Shake, but you need to be at a fairly sophisticated level as far as pulling different components of your company project together before it's really going to be worth the hassle. Okay. Well, I succeeded, so... Oh, no. I need to actually use it. Derp. Alright, user cart products, let price equals cart price, user cart products, dollar entity, price. Yeah, I think in case you're wondering offhand, what does a non-trivial setup.hs do? I think Lens has the most complicated but useful setup.hs I've seen. Oh, it's even literate Haskell. Are you fucking kidding me? Where's a setup.hs in literate Haskell? That's... why? Anyway, they have a bunch of stuff in the setup.hs because Lens uses doctest. And you're probably, some of you might be wondering, what's doctest? Well, they're building and running the tests that are woven into the documentation like this, and it lets you write it in this format as if it was a REPL, and it'll actually compile this expression down, and it'll test that the result is what's in the documentation. Python has doctests. It's not really any different from Python doctests. Anyway, so you have to use that to bootstrap everything doctest needs to be able to run. So, that's one situation where you would have a modified setup.hs. Alexi mentioned that you can do something similar in Rust. I think I've seen that. I haven't actually used it or really interacted with it much. I don't know. I've actually started kind of moving away from doc tests I think they make a ton of sense for something like Lens because of the way the library is. Like, it's just all these like little bits of individual functionality. You really just need a couple examples for each like combinator or thing in Lens. For less like kind of atomized libraries, I don't think that's as helpful. I think you're better off with like an example project or something that builds with the rest of your project, that's meant to be more human readable than your tests. It's generally not worth trying to make your tests serve two masters of both testing and documentation. I don't find that's generally a good idea. But I still want documentation that type checks so that I know when I do something to break the documentation. So what we do in Bloodhound, and recently because of Finton, who's in the chat right now, Escalito also has this. So you have this little example project, and this is the one for Bloodhound, and it just makes certain everything builds. You know, that's like all it does. It's just to let me know when I've broken something in the library for the example project. And then when we take a look, yeah, it's just, you know, how do I use this? Well, you can just go look at the example project and see a bunch of examples. And if there is an example of what you want to see, well, that would be a good thing to add to the example project. Alright, so, what? Wait a second. What on earth? I definitely... Here, I'm gonna force a rebuild. Oh, I see. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. It doesn't know how to render fixed D2. I forgot about that. So we'll just do a T-show, reload. Okay. Hey, there we go. Alright, so this doesn't account for taxes. I don't know what to do about that. Previously we had been selling the book on Gumroad, and Gumroad would figure out taxes and VAT and everything else. Yeah. I don't do business in the EU. So, unless the United States government forces me to collect VAT for the European Union, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. Fuck them. They just make educational resources more expensive for people. Alright, so... let me see here. Well, I mean, that's, you know, that's a milestone, right? So, checkout doesn't really do anything useful, but I can fix that. Nothing wrong with the EU. I just think high VAT is pretty regressive, is all. I understand the way VAT is calculated is less regressive than something like the flat terminal sales tax the United States does, but it's still obnoxious. And it still increases prices. Okay, so... Actually, technically, if I wanted to do like EU law properly, I would render this with the taxes included in the price, and then take it out of the displayed price. Yeah, it's... ugh. Alright, so, let me see here. Is that as far as I want to go on shopping cart for now? I could add a delete. That might not be a bad idea. Let's take a look at my diff here. How gnarly is my diff? It's not bad. It's still going. It's still going. Still going. Still going. Hey, that's a fair amount of work. It's not bad at all. Okay. We don't need that. Okay, rendering shopping cart dynamically. And I'm going to put unified product in front of that. Fun, fun, fun. And that was a net deletion. That's cool. Alright, so I made everything better and do more work, and yeah, that's good. Alright, so I have several things I need to do now. So this is basically done, but I do have extra things that need done. Alright, so it's closed now. Shopping cart modification. Enable delete button next to cart product items on /cart. So that's going to be that little thing right there. That's going to be a deletion. That's going to be delete. And we're going to need obviously I need to be able to add products to cart, but that's really going to be like a product page thing. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. I think Joe already implemented the add product to cart helper. Yeah, he had already written add product to cart, so I can just reuse that in the handler, so that should be pretty easy. I do need to make like an arbitrary update quantity thing. Quantity, kind of. I mean, I still don't really want to handle quantities for now, but that's fine. Update quantity question mark. Add product to cart from product page, and yes, okay. Product download page. So, product download page. So let me go to my library here. Oh, no, I'm not ready to make the val. My bad. Oh, that was fast. I guess it was already built. Okay. Library. Yeah, okay. So this works. This is real. This is actually in my library, even though it's also in my cart. Excuse me. So now I need to do something about downloads. Basically, I need to display all of the digital media associated with the product that was purchased. The query for this, so I think the reason this might have been a left outer join is in case there was a product that didn't have digital media associated with it, but, or at least the user library version, that I think that's why that had a left outer join. This is fine. This is exclusively for fetching digital products. So any product that doesn't have at least one digital media associated with it is not gonna, it's not relevant. The only problem with using this to constitute the user library is that if there's multiple digital media for a single product, I think I'm going to get duplicate items. And the easiest way to find out if that's going to be the case is to actually just add it to the fixtures, right? Just, you know, if you think some edge case is going to bite you, put it in the fixtures, see if it does. So, make ebook. So currently this just makes... Okay, we got a question from Erland Sona. What's your take on the place for spas, Elm, PureScript, JCGS, when warp is as fast as it is? Okay, so I should declare some bias up front. You probably didn't notice, or maybe you have, I don't know. But this whole app has basically no JavaScript, and I'm doing that very, very much on purpose. I've had really bad experiences with single-page applications becoming an albatross around the product when it wasn't really necessary, when it didn't really actually make the product feel faster to use or anything. It just kind of became busy work for front-end people. Everything basically had to get done twice. So I'm trying to avoid that. However, if you do need to do a spa, my recommendation for now would be PureScript, but with an asterisk. PureScript still isn't stable yet, so you're still taking a risk. And it's not just the language that isn't stable. You have to be very careful about what libraries or FRP frameworks or anything like that you use in PureScript, because they all churn a bunch too. So for example, the most kind of fancy, popular thing in PureScript right now is Halogen. I do not recommend that. I would recommend just using like a very simple FFI wrapper. I mean, FFI wrapper doesn't really give enough credit, but just use like a PureScript wrapper around React or something. But yeah, just do something like that. Don't blow your cleverness budget on just using something you've never used before. So yeah, that would be my recommendation, but I would also just say try to keep as much of the app static as possible. Don't make it a spa. Like, you can have JavaScript in an app where it's needed without handing over the entire app, lifetime and flow to the browser. You can just have most things static, and then if a couple pages need some kind of interactive graphical thing, or maybe a dashboard needs a little like interactive display or something like that, you can just have it live on that one page, and then you just don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about navigation or breaking history or the back function on the user's browser or anything else. And don't tell me spas get that stuff right now. I know they're supposed to, but in practice they don't. So you can't fool me. Alright. So the problem I'm having right now is that whenever I use Make ebook, I'm making a product and a digital media. I need to add digital media to an existing product. So it seems like maybe I'll just have to write that. Make ebook. So what I can do is add digital media for product, entity, product, entity, db, digital media, and then I can reuse this. And oh, hold on. Add media for digital product. Alright, it exists. I wasn't crazy. It is a thing. But where is it? RG, add media for digital. Oh, it is a model. Well, that's annoying. Okay, it's not digital product, it's just product. And it's in line 165. Yeah, it's just product, not digital. Okay, so now what I need to do is grab epub equals add media for product, gonna do head products entity key, I think. Oh no, it just wanted the entity, didn't it? Oh no, it did just want key. Okay. Entity key, and then file name and content type. So LS media, Haskell book, ereader.epub, and that's MIME type. MIME type EPUB. What is the EPUB MIME type? That's a great question. Application EPUB plus zip. I guess it technically is those things, yes. Okay. And this is actually a database action, so we want to just do that. Lexi asked, am I using the regular head function or the one I wrote? Either way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I need to change it to my head, because the regular head isn't in scope. Excuse me. And then the next thing I need to do is I need to make certain I add the EPUB to the fixtures. Anything I insert in the database should be in the fixtures, so I go ahead and add it there. And that solves that problem, so I'll bring GCI back up here. I'm actually kind of curious what's going to happen when I try to download a file that doesn't exist. Alright, source, model, fixtures, run dev db, reset, database, done. Yeah, as I suspected. Okay. Fair enough. So, I like it when I'm right, even when it means I need to do more work. Alright, so this isn't appropriate, because we end up grabbing a product for each digital media. Yeah. Well, let's think about this. If I go to model, and I go to digital media, does this even have anything I need to have on here? No. The only thing I need is to know that a product has at least one digital media. Alright? I don't actually need... There's definitely a way to do this in SQL, so let's think about this. I want to constrain for products that have at least one digital media, but I don't actually care about the... I don't care about the digital media rows themselves. Have you run into this before, Lexi? I definitely have before, but I can't remember how I did it. SQL query, get rows with at least one relation. Rows with at least one of the specified value. No, not in. Identify given condition. Select rows, at least one row. Cost value, rows match. Selecting data from one of what? Wow. Generic like SQL queries do not work well in Google. Because what I want is to essentially stop having a one-to-many, and I don't want to have to nub this after the fact, because I'll feel really dumb if I do that. And I don't want to do the filtering out in a separate query, because I'll feel dumb if I do that too. I should be able to do it relationally. Let me think here. Right outer join. Well, it's not really going to be. It's not going to be an inner join. Or rather, it's not going to be an outer join at all. Because I do actually want the digital media, the existence of digital media, to constrain product, but only once. What I don't want to do is then repeat it for each product. Get rows with at least one. How to find at least one row from cross-reference table is null. For criteria. Where exists, yeah, subselect. I'm gonna end up doing this with a subselect. Aren't I? Select rows that do not have any foreign keys linked. It's the opposite of what I want. Yeah, this is gonna be a subselect. Ah, Christ. I thought I could do this with a join, but I guess not. I guess the, like, specifying cardinality wouldn't be very relational. Fair enough. Constraint to enforce. Yeah, that's a foreign key constraint. Yeah. No, I don't want to save. Sub, select. Yeah, where are you? Yeah, so there's one example of a subselect. So what I want to do... Are there not better examples for subselect than that? Wow. Okay. Did Fenton's thing have subselect? Probably not. I'm gonna check anyway. My dog's being salty. And I probably know why. He didn't go to the bathroom earlier when I let him out. Dog's getting grumpy. Alright, this is a reasonable example of a subquery, so I can probably use this to figure it out. So I'm going to just draw on the products that are referenced by the subselect of the digital media, and then I'll just only return the products instead of the cross. Or, actually, there's another way to solve this. I mean, yes, I could do what I just described, and that would probably be the right thing to do. However, I have another option. I can also just turn user digital products into only returning product, and then I'm not doing the cross combination of product and digital media. So this only gets used in 38. So this is used to get digital media, but basically just a specific digital media. Fair enough. Yeah, so I think the answer here is to actually lift this out, and if I parameterize this, then I can handle the fact that it doesn't do what I want for both cases. But I've got a bunch of different ways I can handle this. Because for this, I could actually just... I mean, I'm doing fmap first on this anyway. So I could just return product like that, and it would just give me products that interjoined on a digital media. Someone asked if you're the Pacquiao UV framework, something related to spot discussion, wondering if there's a Haskell equivalent. Never used it. Don't know what it has. I will read about it, but nothing to say about it. Sorry, I haven't even heard of it before now, actually. Okay, well, I may not be utterly happy with this, but I do know what I need to do. Okay, so we're gonna say epub fixture data, and I'm going to take a break. My dogs are, well, definitely giving me a look right now. So, getting rowdy too. You hear that? So I'm gonna take care of my dogs. I don't know if I should say it's a break or I'm done for the night. Okay, I'm gonna call it a night. So this will be it for tonight, and I will pick this back up again pretty soon, I imagine. Gonna keep cracking at this. Thanks everyone for joining me on the stream tonight. Thank you, Lexi, for joining me. And as always, if you have any questions, just hit me up on Slack or Twitter or wherever you found me originally. And y'all have a good night. Thanks, everyone. Alright, stream's on.